A question was asked in the group today, and the question was, how long does it take to feel completely free from the hurt of the abuse before you're no longer just pretending? And I think that is a fabulous question. And the beautiful lady who asked that question, she had been in a relationship for 8 years and said, I hate all men and everything is a red flag right now. And I hear you, I understand, and I've been there. But I can tell you, I'm not there anymore. Instead, today I can see the beautiful spirits of the men that I meet. And I can also see the red flags and steer away from things that don't serve me to be part of. But the question is, how do you get that healing? And here's what I'm here to tell you. It's threefold. The healing comes when you focus on healing your inner spirit. It has nothing to do with the circumstances around you. The circumstances only act as the catalyst to show you that there's something inside of you that needs healed. If you can think about a wound that's buried in your soul, that is sitting there like festering, and if it never gets your attention, you can never heal it. So these relationship situations, these toxic situations, no matter how they appear, whether it's at work or with a partner or with a parent, they are here as a wake-up call for us to heal something in our life. And we can look at it as that, or we can say it's somebody else's fault and it's men's fault. I hate all men, it's their fault. And if we stay in that space, we continue to actually feed the wound instead of to heal it. Now we go through stages of awareness, and where um, this beautiful lady is today, that's one stage of her awakening. And it's a calling to herself to look inward to see what needs healed. So how do we do that? So first, we have to cultivate this relationship with our spirit and our intuition. We often use the word intuition as kind of the second sense that we have. And I need to come up with a better word to describe what I'm meaning, because it's not necessarily that level of intuition that we're after, although that's a piece of it. We're seeking the level of intuition where you are really communicating directly with your spirit as it applies to your own life, not anybody else's life. So you can actually see like the wounds of your spirit. You know, I remember the day that I was working with a coach who was helping me to do this, and he so vividly helped me to see my spirit like step out in front of me. And it was like startling, because she was beat up and she was bloody and she was bruised. And it's exactly how I was feeling physically, but I had no external wounds on me, but my spirit was bruised and battered from all of the trauma that I experienced throughout my life. And until you can see that and then begin to breathe into and have compassion for healing the spirit, that's when true healing comes. So learning to do that, and then really leaning in to let that spirit guide you to what's there to be healed, until we continue to peel back the layers and peel back the layers of healing deeper and deeper and deeper. So you have wounds not only to heal from whatever toxic relationship has unfolded, but most people who are in toxic relationships are there because of wounds that they received earlier in their life. And it's those wounds that have attracted you to this relationship that now continues to poke those wounds. And it's also the other person that we consider the toxic person. It's their wounds that, has them acting out of the space that they act out of. Doesn't justify a bad behavior, but it helps us to understand bad behavior. So for complete healing, you have to do this deep connection and spirit work. You have to seek complete healing, and we have to learn new tools and strategies to show up in our life. We have to learn tools and strategies that nobody has taught us before. We don't learn them in school. We don't learn them anywhere else. And that's what the Fundamentals to Reclaim Your Life class is all about. It is about, well, all of my classes offer that, but the Fundamentals to Reclaim Your Life are about those strategies that we need to learn to actually create a solid foundation for us to continue to do the healing and connection work on. Because if we're not feeling safe, then we can't do any of this work. So we have to first establish a zone of safety. Then we have to have the confidence to be able to do this work, which is the 5 C's to Reclaim Your Confidence class. And then you have to be able to create this foundation. From that foundation, then we have to dive deeper into what needs healed in our minds and in our lives. I read something the other day that said toxic relationships actually break our brain. And I think there's some of that that's very true. So we have to learn how to work with the power of our body and our spirit and our mind to heal that. And that's all about our inner critic, our patterns, our family patterns. And through the Surviving to Thriving class, you learn all of that and how to begin to be this generational character who is the one who shifts family patterns. And then from there, individuals can go on into the Thrive membership that is all about continuing this growth and awakening of spirit. My goal for you, if you're watching this video, is complete healing so that you can walk away and never, ever have to deal with toxic relationships again. That doesn't mean that toxic people aren't going to cross your path, because for a while they will, to continue to test you to see, have you learned what you needed to learn? And until you learn what you need to learn, they'll continue to show up. And once you learn that, they quit showing up, and even when they do show up, you don't need to engage with them anymore. So wherever you're at, if you're here just awakening to the fact that you need some change, I welcome you to hang out and take advantage of all the opportunities, the daily wisdom moments, the Courage to Change support group. These are free spaces and lessons for you to come in and dive in. But if you're ready to invest in truly healing the spirit, connecting to yourself, healing the spirit, and learning these new tools and strategies that are going to transform your life, then you need to invest in yourself and look at those learning opportunities that are offered. They're paid learning opportunities, because here's what I believe: if you're not willing to invest in you and have some skin in the game, the growth isn't the same. I've offered a lot of free things, and people don't take advantage of them when they don't have the skin in the game. So I've created a space where if you're just not ready, you still have awesome spaces to show up and hang out until you are ready to grow. So, okay, I'd love to hear what you learned from this lesson. So put a comment below. Let me know what insights do you have from this sharing, and where are you ready and eager to take action on? And where are you at? Are you in that space of needing to hang out and learn until you're ready to be ready? Or are you ready and need some information on some of those other opportunities? Okay, thank you. I'm your guide here. I'm your angel guide here to connect you to what the life that you are really meant to live, which is a life of happiness and joy and gratitude and love and peace and all of those things that are so greater than words can be experienced. Talk to you soon.